Hey guys, Metalomaniac here. I've wanted to redo this video for quite some time now, and my Final Fantasy collection has gotten to the size now where it can't all be fit into one video, so now is as good a time as any. I'm going to put out a few videos showcasing different sections of the collection, and it's been quite tough sorting the collection out into those different sections, but I think I'm sorted now. This first video is just going to be an introduction, bit of background as to what really got me into Final Fantasy. The great thing about Final Fantasy is that there's so many games, everyone's got their own favourite. For me, it's Final Fantasy VII. It was the first Final Fantasy branded game to come out in the UK and really helped push the PlayStation, which quickly became my favourite console. At the time, I'd never really played an RPG or any game that took us more than 30 hours to complete. I've played it many times over the years with many different friends at many different houses, and I always get the same amount of enjoyment as what I originally did. When Final Fantasy VIII was released, my parents got us it for the PC and I loved it. Now, I didn't love it quite as much as 7, but it's definitely in my top 5. I think it was probably the pixelated graphics that really put us off it. I remember getting pretty hyped for 9 and paying £45 for it in game, and this very well may be my second favourite Final Fantasy. I just love everything about it. The setting, the music, the graphics, the characters, the story. If I didn't have such an attachment to 7, I mean, this one probably take the top spot. Around the release for 10, the UK finally got releases for Final Fantasy 6, 4 and 5 and 1 and 2. Strange order, but at least we got them. This was when my Final Fantasy collection really started to take off. I mean, I knew I had to have those games even if I didn't have time to play them. I only managed to finish 6, but I used a walkthrough for most of it, so it wasn't really memorable. I know a lot of people say that 6 is their favourite, so I'm going to have to give it another try. I remember 10 being a big deal and probably a bit overhyped. I'm really enjoying replaying it on PlayStation 3 and Vita, but it's not as great as some of the other Final Fantasies. The next Final Fantasy I really got into was Crisis Core, and with 7 being my favourite, I just wanted more of it, and this was the closest I was going to get. There used to be a shop in the Metro Centre that dealt with imports, and I went there for this, got the American copy about 6 months before it came out in the UK. Absolutely loved it. 13 and 13.2 are the most recent Final Fantasy games I've played. Now, while 13 had a lot of flaws and got a lot of hate for it, I actually really enjoyed it, and it's probably the reason why my TV gets screen burn every now and then. 13.2 fixed a lot of those problems and gave us a bit more freedom, and shortened the length of the game, but probably a bit too short though, because it only took us like 20 hours to complete it. So that's where I'm at now with my Final Fantasy gaming, and the next video will focus on the collector's editions that I've got. It should be out in a few weeks, so get subbed if you want to see that, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video soon.